rugby by playing football at Nebraska. Talk about the whole experience.
The whole experience was crazy. Like, I've never been treated like royalty before like that. The whole football experience was nuts. I mean, even before the game, you know, we have the chartered flight with the police escorts, we have the fancy food. Man, it was all gorgeous, but the game itself was crazy. Running out in front of Nebraska, and they've got some of the best fans in the world who are loud but also very respectful, but within reason, obviously. It was just awesome just running out there in front of 90,000 people, and yeah, just them all screaming at us, hoping we don't do well, and I felt like I played pretty well, and then the way we finished the game, it was just surreal, and so it was all like it was just a dream.
Lining up for the first time and getting that ball snapped to you to punt for the first time, what was going through your mind?
To be honest, like, I probably shouldn't have let it affect me that much, but there was a super strong wind, and so I think 4 of my 5 kicks were against the wind. So that first one, I was like, actually, it's not too bad because we're snapping it from just inside their half. So even if I mess it up, it'll be okay. So I felt like I did okay, and I think I put it on the 12. But from there, I feel like I'm better than that. So, but it was a good first kick to get under my belt. But next time, I'm hoping to put it inside the 5.
You've played in pretty big crowds. You were at Tinto Stadium against Cal for national championship in rugby. When you stepped out at Memorial Stadium against 90,000 fans, what was that experience like for you?
Mate, it was like rugby was some elementary school playground compared to that. Like I love rugby, but even in New Zealand, our biggest stadium only seats 50,000 people. So it was crazy running out, and the stands were so tall, and it was just a sea of red and little specks of blue. It was awesome. Like, it'll be an experience that I'll never forget, and one that I'm grateful I was a part of.
What was it like to kick with the wind when you got a hold of a couple that you had the wind at your back?
Yeah, you saw I just went flying into the back of the wall. So, I mean, it was good, but I was hoping it wasn't going to go for a touchback, but it might have been a touchback on 2 fields. So, I mean, the wind definitely played a huge factor. And, I mean, that's just great credit to our last play as well, like Tanner's pass into the wind. Like, on the TV, you don't see that stuff, the weather factor that played a part. So, I mean, I loved kicking with the wind. I was a bit disappointed we only got 1 kick with the wind. In the second half, the second quarter, I was like, man, why don't we get any 4th downs? I want to kick with the wind, but I guess it was a good thing that we didn't, because it means our offense is doing its job. But, yeah, the wind was crucial. It played a huge role.
Bronco said you weren't nervous. Is that because you've just been in those competitive situations before with rugby?
He was a bit too nice. I was pretty nervous. I was walking down the stairs into the locker room. I'm like, all right, see how much my hand's shaking, try and cool it off. I was a little bit nervous because I know that obviously punters, you know, it's not like a crucial role until you don't do your job right. So I was more worried that I wasn't going to do a good job. So I was a little nervous, but I went out and trusted what I had done over the summer and over fall camp, and kind of put the trust in my leg, which I've done in the past with rugby, and it worked out.
You've won national championships here at BYU, having played rugby, and that's an exciting opportunity and an exciting experience for you. But how does this compare, having seen what the emotional ride that you've gone through, and see Mitch Matthews catch that pass to win the game? How does it compare?
Our rugby coaches would kill me, but that was probably one of the most exciting things I've been part of. Besides my wedding day, of course. Have to throw that disclaimer out there, but no, it was awesome.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but I just want to know what was it like.
No, I hope my wife doesn't read this. No, but it was amazing. Just the whole thing, really. Watch the ball. Like, we still had belief. Like, I was walking up and down the sideline, and I'm a bit more of a kind of a outspoken punter. I guess some people go and sit by the fans. I'm going like, yeah, let's go. Hey, we'll still win this. We'll still win this. And everyone believed, which made it extra special. And then the ball was thrown up, and we saw Mitch catch it, and we weren't quite sure if he made it over the plane or not. But then we just all went nuts when we realized he did, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I just went straight for Coach Mendenhall. He was running around like a plane, and so I was like, come here, Coach. And I think that's the first time he's looked at me, so.
So he knows who you are now.
Yeah, I think so. I think he called me like Joshua or something, but no, just kidding. No, yeah, I have a lot of respect for Coach Mendenhall, and it was just awesome just to kind of just celebrate with the boys after that. But obviously bittersweet with the whole Taysom news, but the sweet was as sweet as it gets, and the bitterness is going to hurt for a while. But yeah, we have, you know, the courage and and the knowledge that we're a good enough team and that we can still go forth and win games and surprise everyone.
Yeah.